Alright, how you doing? This is Jason. I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible, but I'm going to be honest, there's a lot of shit, so anyways, I'm going to go as quick as possible. Basically what I'm going to do here is a SGC pickup video. I'll probably have more stuff to show you about SGC later as I shift through the footage and whatnot and pictures and shit. But we'll get to that later. This is just going to show you what I got. Now, in order to be fair on this, my SGC weekend started Wednesday of last week, a day before, or 2 days before SGC started, and then kind of continued on into today. So give it like a 10-day stretch, because I was working deals and selling stuff, and so things got flipped around. Another thing to note on this before I get started on it, I'm going to mention some stuff. Excuse me. That's funny. I'm going to mention some stuff that I got that I don't have. In the process of doing SGC, I brought a lot of doubles, a whole big fucking box, systems, games, sold a lot of games, sold a lot of systems, got more shit, traded that, sold that to mostly like guys that, thanks for knocking shit over, Cat, mostly got stuff, like sold that to guys at SGC, people at SGC, my multi-tap fellows, other games traded, so I'll try to get it all done in one thing. There was a lot of shifting of deals going around. But anyways, I'm going to show you what I have, and keep in mind not all of it was at SGC, but it's all kind of in one thing. So, but anyways, let's see. Okay, well I guess I can show this. I got South Park Rally on the 64. Interesting game. I was lucky enough to get this the other day here in Arkansas. I was just picking up Ghoul School. This is not a very good copy. It's fucked up, but hopefully it still works. But I got it because I've never seen a copy of Ghoul School ever, even at a convention. So Benny can tell you more about that. Benevolent Dick. Got this at the convention and a pretty good deal. Felix the Cat. Should be interesting to play that one. Dragon's Lair, another one I've been looking for, and you know how it is. You never see it, then in 1 week you see like 3 or 4 of them. So there's Dragon's Lair. It's not quite as bad as I thought it was going to be. I may try to beat it on an episode later, but we'll get to that. This is pretty nice. Game Boy Color, got a pretty good deal on this. I have a couple. I have one of these that doesn't work for the sound because there's something wrong with the one of the board capacitors or whatever. I got Double Dragon 5, which I heard is pretty bad, but you know, got to get a Double Dragon game. Let's see, shit, sorry, I'm trying to find places for stuff. This terrible condition, but got to get it when you see it. Double Dragon on Genesis. Got this because it finishes out my Double Dragon collection that I know of on consoles. There may have been some like on Commodore or PC or something, I'm not sure, but I believe though on home consoles this is it. So I've got this one, the NES one, and the Super Nintendo. So I believe that's the only 3 home consoles. Somebody out there may know of another one, but I have them all now, so that's why I got that. Was lucky enough to pick up this for a day. I was talking about it, and now I got it. Earthworm Jim 2 on the Sega Saturn. Very good port. This is the one that I really want to... I've been putting off doing Earthworm Jim 2 for a while as far as beating it, just because it's definitely a lot different than the first one. And I always said if like I got a good version like this one that has, you know, CD quality music, the graphics look better, whatnot, sound better, that I would do it. So now that I have it, I'm going to do it. I didn't get a good deal on that, but sometimes you know you just gotta pay a certain amount. This is something I had for a while. Action 52. I thought I'd just throw this in there. Interesting Genesis model manual. Not sure what I'll ever do if I'll ever get that. Illusions of Gaia. Fan favorite for a lot of people. I don't particularly care for it. I'll probably use it as trade bait. Sonic 3. Not the world's best condition, but it's Sonic 3 and I didn't have it. Sonic 3 was actually pretty good. So be nice to get to that someday. Let's see what else. Revolution X, pretty cool. I believe this should work with the gun, and I do have the gun for the Sega Saturn, so nice to get another Sega Saturn. My collection for that system is pretty wanting. I don't have a lot, or see a lot for it to get. Top Gear Rally, not a very good N64 game as far as like it's common, but it's in the box. It's pretty good. It was pretty cheap, so I'll take it. This one was actually given to me by Andrew from Retro Island Gaming, one of my fellow multi-tap members. RoboCop 3 on the Super Nintendo, not the rarest version of this game, which would be the Nintendo, but supposedly supposed to be a pretty good game, I guess. So he bought this and he wanted me to do an episode on it. So I will definitely do that at some point when I get a chance. Benevolent Dick, Benny from Multitaps, got me this, or gave it to me, I guess, as a present. I've always wanted to get this game, Indiana Jones, The Great Adventures. I've heard it's excellent. You know, it's basically like the Star Wars versions, the Super Star Wars games, with the exception of it's all like all three of those parts are all in one game. So it looks pretty cool, and of course the Super Nintendo graphics. And I've never played this game, but I have seen it. So I'm really excited to get into this game. Another one I had to put on my list to play. So thank you very much, Benny, for doing that. Super Double Dragon. Heard it was not a good game. Got a good price on it, so you know you got to pick it up. Because I'm trying, also too, I guess I'm trying to move away from. I'm not trying to not get Super or Nintendo games, but as you can see, I have a really nice size collection at the moment. It's like 260, and then I got a bunch of boxes over there. And, I put new shelves up too. That's another new thing I got this week because I have extreme overflow, so I have to dedicate this whole fucking wall. There's a bunch of other shit up here in the ceiling, but we won't go into that. But anyways, I'm trying to. I've got most of the games that I want, with the exception of those extreme rare ones on Nintendo. So I'm starting to move into the other systems, Super Nintendo and 64 Genesis. You're probably never going to see me do PS1 or PS2 because I won't play those games. Even though I have two systems right behind me, they're my wife's. I don't play PlayStation. But anyways, I'm rambling. So this is actually pretty cool. I found this the last day of the convention, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. It looks like it's a beefed up version of the one that the nerd played on his episode. So I'm interested to play this. Not sure if it's good, but it's Indiana Jones. At least it's not that stupid time machine. What I got it over here. Hold on. Young Indiana Jones. This is fucking garbage. Young Indiana Jones is so. If you ever get a chance to play this, don't. Stupid shit, man. So, but anyways, hopefully this one's better than that. Let's see. Some of the now I'm gonna start getting the stuff I got at SGC. I'm kind of getting in the boxes, so not all of these had games with them, but I mean, a lot of these I had the games already, so I wanted the boxes, and then also for nostalgia reasons as well. So Simpsons, Bart's Nightmare, not in the best condition, but Bart's Nightmare is one of my favorite games as a child on the system. I still have my original copy, so getting this really kind of set that in motion for having, you know, a certain amount of games that I want boxed. So this happens to be one. So not a bad deal on that. This was pretty cool. Didn't have the insert in it, but I mean, Super Nintendo controller box. Neat. I have a couple. I have like a Jaguar box and a N64 controller box and a NES 4-score box. So those are pretty neat. Those little accessory peripherals, whatever you want to call them. Let's go here, I guess. I got this is one of the big finds for me, a power base converter that doesn't have the, I don't know if it was styrofoam or cardboard inside of it, but the unit works perfectly, and it does have the instruction manual, and I got this for a pretty good deal, so this is nice to have. Don't see these very often, especially on the box, even though the box is a bit tore up, but really what I paid for it covered, more than covered for what it's worth loose. And again, like I said, I don't see them very often. Get some more games. This wasn't bad. Dizzy, unlicensed Camerica game. Pretty cool. This is complete. It's even got some of the shrink wrap on it from, I guess, when they opened it. So, not bad. It says starring Dizzy, the UK's #1 gaming hero. Was that true, UK? Was Dizzy your bitch? Pretty stupid. That's me if that's the case. But maybe I'm just being a dick. This was a nice find right here. This box is pretty clean. Had the instruction manual. I already had it, but I didn't have the box. Donkey Kong Classics. Nice one. Bought this as SGC, Friday the 13th. Another one that I really wanted. This and I would like to get Nightmare on Elm Street, but Nightmare on Elm Street is a lot. The game is getting rare or expensive, let's put it that way. I don't know if it's actually rare. And the box is just that much harder. This one's still not too bad, but it was in really good condition, and I was like, you know what, I really want this game, so That's what I got. Let's see. Let's go down here. He's gonna suck putting all this shit away. I had to take it all off the shelf, so you'll probably see some open spots and shit looking disheveled back there. WrestleMania Challenge, pretty cool, good condition box. Always nice to have some wrestling games, even though most of them are bad. World Cup, another one I want to complete. This was one of my original 60 that I had left over as a kid, so I needed the box. That was nice. Let's see. Okay, so we got next Total Recall, a really cool box. It's got some nice art or photos from the movie. I thought this was really cool. It wasn't too expensive, so went ahead and took a chance and got it, even though the game's pretty shitty, but oh well, it is what it is. This one was really cool. I love this box. Silver Surfer. It has a shrink ramp on it too from the outside, which is really cool. And this is just an awesome box. I really, a lot of people don't like this game. I like it. So if you get a chance, play Silver Surfer. I needed this one for a while. Happy to have it. Turtles 2, not in the best condition, but it's Turtles 2. Now all I need is Turtles 3 to finish my Turtles collection. This was a really nice one. Looks good, and I heard it's a good game. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. Play it. Vice Project Doom. This should be pretty fun. Let's see. Okay, so Bible Adventures. Box isn't in the world's best condition, but it's interesting to see these games. They're weird. I don't know. The box isn't bad, I guess, for what's on it, but it's pretty bizarre. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Gotta get that if you're an 80s kid. Captain Planet. Didn't actually know they had this game out. So I saw the box and then later I saw the game. So now I have it. It's I don't know what to say. I'd be interested to play this game. I got a feeling it's not very good. I don't think I've ever heard of anyone playing it. This is one I traded or did a trade with Nico the Wee Guy. Home Alone 2, The Gift That Keeps On Giving. Thank you, or maybe not thank you, Nico. The Mafia Conspiracy, I believe is what it's called. Or Mafia or whatever. Not in very good condition, but, sequel to Go-Go 13, so I guess how bad could it be? Starship Hector. Shinjin-Ryu. You guys probably don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but this is supposed to be just like that game, and I'm interested to play it. I heard it's just as good and just as hard as that game. So this was really nice. It's not in the world's best condition, but happy to get it. I would like to get the other one on Nintendo, so I had to get it when I saw it, basically, because you don't see Mario is missing the box very often. I already have the game and everything. So let's see, these last 4 I've had for a while, but again, my original 60, a lot of them were black box games. I got I got one of the Rob sets. The one I got had the picture of the accessories in the on the front of the box with the Rob next to it, not the Rob with nothing on it. So I'm looking to get that. But then again, like I was saying, though, when it launched, I had a lot of black box games. Of course, I didn't keep any of the damn manuals or any of that stuff. So try to get them back. This was a nice score. Popeye got it pretty cheap. The game itself is getting expensive, and this particular box is getting expensive. So I'm very happy to have that. I actually kind of like Popeye. I remember playing it a lot as a kid. Rambo, gotta have Rambo. I really wanted this box, and it took me a long time to decide to pull the trigger because it wasn't cheap. But it's Rambo. It's fucking Rambo. The game is shitty, but this is Rambo. Let's see. Say Gyromite, gotta have that. I actually kind of liked it. I beat this game. Of course, you gotta play it with yourself because the robot would suck. You never really beat it. It's a pretty fun game though. So that's nice to have. Hogan's Alley, not in the best condition, but Hogan's Alley, another black box. Sorry, I'm trying to run through this as quick as I can. Picked this up the other week. I want to try to get all the N64 variations for the system. I know there's a lot of them. I don't have very many of them, but you got to start somewhere. I have the original, which mine is original in the box up there. The one I use to play on now is my green one, and this one I saw was the black smoke one. So nice to have this. Let's see. Okay. Trying to see if there's any more games around. I did have another game that I couldn't find. Bart's Nightmare Space Mutants. I don't know what the hell I did with that. There's a lot of games in this room, and I buy a lot of shit from periodically during the week or at conventions, and I don't. Sometimes it takes me a while to clean this room up the way I know where shit is. So it's probably around here somewhere. It's on Sega Genesis, by the way, not the Nintendo. I have that. So I actually kind of want to play it because I hear it's better than the Nintendo one. But then again, I mean, I don't know if the Nintendo one was bad. It's kind of like Terminator. The controls kind of killed it. So I'll get on to the bigger stuff. Oh, wait a minute. There's some more here. Shit. Okay. This was nice. I've always wanted to get one of these. Not the world's best price, but I mean, it'll do. Super Mario Kart. Even came with the sleeve, which is always nice to have. So it's always like a what do you call it, collector's game or whatever you call it. Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego. Pretty cool game. It's complete. It's got the big ass book in there, and the box is in pretty good shape. So weird ass box, but got that. And I think we're done with the games. I guess we can get through the other big ones. So we got a Super Nintendo. Now one might say, everyone has a Super Nintendo. Why the hell did you buy a Super Nintendo? Because this one is in pretty good shape. It does have some tape on the corners here. A little bit beat up here as well. But overall, it's in good shape. A lot of these don't survive very well. And the biggest thing for these, I guess you want to make sure you get, or which is the little extra if you do find a box like this, is whether or not it has the inserts inside of it. This has all the styrofoam and the booklets in it, and that just makes it all that much better. So this again, I believe was the original in the Super Nintendo that I bought, so it's very important that I have this so I can finish that off as well. So it's nice to have it back and on the wall in the collection. So I got that. That's pretty cool. Not a bad price either. Conventions sometimes can kill you on shit like that. So in this one, I weird enough, guy tried to trade this in. The proprietor would not give them the money that they asked because they were asking for what he might sell it for. So not like he was asking eBay necessarily. So he just wanted to get rid of it. So I countered and I got it. So, and by the way, some people they say like I snaked it away from the proprietor. I'm one of those guys. I didn't. He didn't want it. He asked me, did I want it? So I wasn't going behind his back. He offered and said, hey, you might want to try to sell it to this guy. So, I didn't go behind anybody's back. So don't freak out. This is nice to have. This is the action set. It's in good shape. Again, it has the styrofoam and everything in here and a couple booklets. So very happy to get this. Again, this is not the one that I had as a kid, but when it comes to Nintendo boxes, how can you pass them up really, especially if they're in good shape. So that's another one for the wall. I already had a U-Force, and I didn't need another one, but of course when you see some of these things, people don't want to split them up. So I just went ahead and got it. I sold the actual U-Force that was in here to a buddy in Multitap, Andrew, so now he'll have one. Now there's like 3 of us in Multitap that have these fucking U-Forces. Of course Nico and Andrew and me. So surprisingly though, U-Forces work. If you ever get a chance to get one, I don't know how they work, but they fucking work, and it's weird as shit. But I got the box. It doesn't have any inserts in it, but it's nice to have for display. It's a weird oddity of a thing. But really, of all the accessories that I can think of, this one actually works. Like the Rolling Rock, I don't think really worked. The Power Glove certainly didn't. A lot of the other gimmicky shit didn't. This actually works. So, cool to have. Wasn't too expensive. Picked it up. I think that's it for stuff that I've gotten in the last week and a half. I will tell you real quickly, I guess, there was some other stuff that I had, that I got, that I don't have. In the course, like I said, when I brought stuff down, I traded a lot of stuff to like retail stores, to my Multitap buddies, and so I would get certain items, and even some of those items that I even bought, I would sell right back out. Like there's some of the shit I had for like 30 minutes before I sold it. Sounds crazy, but I mean, it is what it is. So first off, I went to a I don't remember what game store it was. It was close to the convention in Frisco, and I traded in 3 systems. I had 2 Nintendos and a Genesis, and they gave me a huge amount of money, almost as amount of money that I would get for selling them privately here. So couldn't turn that up because I didn't want to deal with having to try to find somebody. I mean, I don't own a store. I'm not a fucking reseller. I'm a collector who trades up. So if I see a good deal on a Nintendo system, I'm going to buy it, and then I'll resell it for a fair price, or flip it, so to speak, or trade it to somebody. Somebody I know has something that I need, and I have this, you know, it works out for both of us. So I don't put them on necessarily online on eBay and stuff. I buy stuff on eBay, but I don't put them on eBay. I don't know why I'm qualifying that. But anyways, so I traded a bunch of systems in, and I had to get store credit rather than cash, because of course you're going to get more store credit than you would in cash when you do trade. So I got Illusions of Gaia. Oh yeah, speaking of which, sorry, I know I got scatterbrained. It was hard to figure out where everything was that I got. I got Virtual Boy Tennis, first Virtual Boy game that I have gotten. So I got that, Illusions of Gaia, Super Metroid. There's probably something else. I was gonna get a Lynx, but the Lynx they had didn't work. And Into is like, why am I buying a fucking Lynx? Who the fuck wants a Lynx? I may get one down the line, but then again, yeah, it's not on our system, so I'm gonna get it, but I'll never play. Who fucking wants to play a Lynx? They're horrible. So, you know, I don't really play any of those games. They just happen to be ones that I knew that were good that people might want, and because they had nothing that I wanted. So I ended up doing a trade with my one of the multi-tap members, Dubious, for Super Metroid. He also took an extra copy of Vice Project Doom that I had, and a couple other games, I don't know. So I had Super Metroid, and I had some of those other ones, but I sold them. Gave him good deals, so he's happy to have it. I know people will be crazy, like, why did you sell Super Metroid? I don't personally have a copy. I probably should have kept it, but Super Metroid looks like a good game, but it's not my kind of game. So, yet again, there's somebody I know who wanted it. Dubious needed it to complete his box. He has a box for it, and he needed that copy to complete it. So, it's going to go to a better home, and one day I'll probably get a Super Metroid, and I'll probably just sit on the shelf because I'll never play it. Not my style of game. So, but anyways, so that's gone. I had I traded a bunch of sealed box Atari games that I had because I bought them a while back. Sealed games are weird. You can't just open up and play them. I have a Jaguar. I could play them, and some of them I weren't interested in playing, but I was like, well, if I open them up, then I ruin the value. So, but none of them were ones that I really were dying to play. So, sold them off. Got a pretty good deal. So that's why I took it. And we did some trades. So of course, when you're doing trade stuff, you got to find stuff you need. He didn't necessarily have anything that I really wanted, so I had to take some stuff that I partially wanted and partially knew I could trade off. So I got some weird shit from them. I got what did I get? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm spacing. It's getting late and my brain's not working. I got a Neo Geo game, which was pretty cool. Don't see those very often. It's kind of hard to explain to people what they look like until you actually fucking see it. I pretty much brought it back to the room, took it out, and Donovan bought it from Multitap. He's really into Neo Geo, and he actually got a Neo Geo. Not necessarily where I was there, but he got it. Well, yeah, not at the convention, but he got one. He made friends with one of the guys there, the sellers, and they hooked him up with one. I'm jealous, very jealous. I want a Neo Geo, but they're extremely expensive and extremely hard to find. So I sold him that cart. He got his Neo Geo. He got a bunch of other stuff too. His pickup video will be really cool. It won't be a lot of fluff like I got. It will most likely be I know it will. He's got a lot of quality shit. He got some really good deals. I won't spoil that for you. What else did I get? I don't know. I think that may have been it. Everything that I got that I maybe sold. There might have been there was some other few double shit that I sold. Some like Genesis kids games and like Mario 2s, Mario 3s, shit like that. I still have a shit ton more of them. I'm trying to get rid of. then I'm always using these for sale and stuff like that, or yeah, for trade or sale. So, like I said, but it was a good find. There was a lot of stuff that I saw that was really good. There's a few stuff that I passed up that was too expensive, but I think I got exactly what I wanted. And I don't know. It doesn't seem like a lot of stuff, but maybe it is. I don't know for you guys. One other thing, I guess I'll show you. Some of you may or may not know. I last year got a CDX, which I'm not a big Sega CD guy, but I do like Sega CD. It was always an interesting product to me, and they made a lot of versions of it. And but this is the one that I always wanted because it's compact, it's unique, it's interesting, and it works better than the other two. As far as for the CD, it may not work as good for this version, but for the CD. So I got this last year, and I got it at the post. And I had known at the time that the Game Chasers had visited the store like a couple days before I got there, and this was there. He had just gotten it in, so he was testing it out. And he told me, Mike the proprietor, he told me that they had filmed a little bit around the store, and they filmed this a little bit. So, of course, I had to wait like 8 or 10 months after the fact of when it happened to see the episode because they're that far behind in releasing their stuff. So I finally saw it. It came out maybe like a month before SGC, and you can see a shot of this really quick in there. So it's pretty cool. So I always kind of wanted them to sign this, even if it wasn't in the episode, because I knew that they had seen it in there. But now the fact that it's actually in a mini episode makes it even that much cooler. So that Sega CD that's playing in that video that you see a quick 5-second shot of, and then also that Mike mentions in the video, this is it right here. This is the exact same one. So I had Billy and Jay sign it for me, and then I think I gave Jay a copy, a PAL, like German or something version of Banjo-Kazooie on the Super Nintendo. I believe it's Banjo-Kazooie. And within the box and everything. It's pretty cool. I bought it a while back. There's not much market, I guess, for some of these PAL games unless they're like rare. So just kind of gave it to him. I've been lugging around for a year trying to get rid of it. No one seemed to want it. I just gave it to him. I felt kind of bad after the fact because I wasn't thinking about it, because I just kind of grabbed it because I knew it was one of the ones that I couldn't get rid of. Then I gave Jay something, and I didn't give Billy something. So feel a little bad about that. And I had something to give him. I should have gave him a fucking Hope game that I got in a eBay trade, and it's a Mega Drive game. I'd like to play it. Don't have a Mega Drive or a Retron or anything like that. So this is pretty cool. I had this there. I didn't think about it. I should have gave Billy this. So maybe next year if I see him again or whatnot, I'll give him something too. That way I'm a little more fair with it. But anyway, so they signed this. It was pretty funny when they did sign it, because the first thing I did when I laid it down and they realized that I wanted them to sign it, Jay wanted to make sure, like, double check that, you know, hey, do you know how much this is worth? And I said, yes, I know how much it's worth. And it's like, okay, I want to make sure I don't, you know, basically knowing that his signature is not going to increase the value of this, so the value has probably dropped a lot. But I reassured him. I've been wanting this system for a long time. It is most likely never going to anyone else unless I die, or like I'm broke on the streets needing money for cash or something. Or that doesn't make any sense. Needing cash. So yeah. So I got it signed. Like I said, it's cool. It was in an episode. Really cool guys. I always enjoy the Game Chasers. I'm a Patreon of them, whatever you want to call it. I really enjoy their show, and I try to see them every year when I go to SGC or any conventions, and I'm wearing the shirt too, or buy the DVD. So, but yeah, that was really cool. Thanks guys for doing that. Really nice to have that off the list. So, I don't want to ramble on too much more. I don't think I got anything else that I can remember. I think that's pretty much all accounted for. So, that was what I got for my SGC trip, like my week and a half, 2-week excursion out there, before there, different places other than there, but all kind of in the same time frame. So hopefully this didn't go on real long. I have a feeling it did. If you fell asleep at any point or think this is really boring, it probably is, but people want to see what you pick up, pickup videos are popular. I don't like to do pickup videos, but I'll do them for special occasion like this. So, thank you for watching. If you made it all the way through, check out the Multi-Tab website. My other guys who went with me, there were like 9 of us, will probably at some point all be releasing pickup videos or footage from SGC, pictures, whatever. So you can go check those out. I'll probably be doing some more. It was a really fun time. I got a lot of good stuff that I needed. I'm looking forward to next year. Hint, hint, we may not be going to SGC again. It's kind of up in the air, so you may see us out at a different convention. And I guarantee you that you will see more of us, or at least a different change up of people who are multi-tap going to this next one, even if we go to somewhere different. So be prepared. You're going to see more of us at more conventions. Even some of the guys are going to Portland this year. So we're going to try to make our presence out there. So again, if you see any of us at these conventions, or you want to see us playing on it, we'll probably be releasing like where we're going to be going next year within the next 3 to 6 months. So kind of stick back with us. And thanks for spending or wasting your time, whatever you want to call it, and have a good one.